Hi, my name is Kylie Savage. I'm doing A-level biology, and today I'm going to be going over excretion. And by the end of this video, we should be able to define the term excretion and explain the importance of removing metabolic waste from the body, including carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste. So to start off with, what is excretion? Now, loads of people confuse digestion or elimination with excretion. They're completely different. Digestion is the removal of undigested food by the process of desiccation. But these substances have never been in cells and so cannot be excreted. Basically, excretion is the removal of metabolic waste from the body. And that's the removal from the body of byproducts or unwanted substances from normal cell processes, completely different from digestion. So what are the main substances to be excreted? Well, there are loads of substances that need to be excreted. Almost any cell product that's formed in excess by the chemical processing occurring in the cells has to be excreted. But there are two products that are produced in really large amounts, and these are carbon dioxide, which is from respiration, and nitrogen containing compounds, and one of these is urea. But where are these produced? Carbon dioxide is produced in every living cell in the body as a result of respiration, and urea is produced in the liver from excess amino acids. So we haven't even gone 2 minutes in and we've gone over loads of stuff. So what have we gone over? We've gone over the definition of excretion. Excretion is the removal of metabolic waste from the body. The main substances to be excreted are carbon dioxide and nitrogenous containing compounds like urea. Carbon dioxide is produced in every living cell in the body as a byproduct of respiration, and urea is produced in the liver as it is from excess amino acids. Okay, so where are these substances excreted? Now, we've gone over carbon dioxide loads and respiration last year, and I think we're going to do it this year too. But carbon dioxide is passed from the cells of the respiring tissues into the bloodstream. So carbon dioxide is passed from the cells, carbon dioxide, of respiring tissues into the bloodstream. So carbon dioxide from cells of respiring tissues into the bloodstream. It's transported in the blood, and this is mostly in the form of hydrocarbonate ions, to the lungs. In the lungs, the carbon dioxide diffuses into the alveoli to be excreted as we breathe out. So, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Easy. So, but urea is different. Urea is produced by breaking down excess amino acids in the liver. This process is called deamination. The urea is then passed into the bloodstream to be transported to the kidneys. To be transported into the kidneys. Into the kidneys. Into the kidneys. In the kidneys, the urea is removed from the blood to be a part of urine, and that's stored in the bladder before being excreted via the urethra. Okay, so now we know what excretion is, what the main substances are, and where are they excreted. But why must they be excreted? Well, carbon dioxide has to be excreted because it's toxic, especially an excess level of it. And a high level of this carbon dioxide has three main effects. 1. The majority of carbon dioxide is carried in the blood as hydrocarbonate ions. But remember when we did AS, we did that forming hydrocarbonate ions also formed hydrogen ions. And this occurs inside the red blood cells under the influence of the enzyme carbonic anhydrase. The hydrogen ions combine with the hemoglobin, and these then compete with oxygen for space on the hemoglobin. And if there's too much carbon dioxide in the blood, it can reduce oxygen transport because it's competing for the space with the oxygen. 2. The carbon dioxide also combines directly with hemoglobin to form carbaminohemoglobin. That's such a good word. So carbon dioxide combines directly with hemoglobin to form carbaminohemoglobin. Brilliant word. This molecule has a lower affinity for oxygen than normal hemoglobin. Excess carbon dioxide can cause respiratory acidosis. the carbon dioxide dissolves in the blood plasma, and once dissolved it can combine with water to produce carbonic acid. So in symbol form this is CO2 plus H2O, little arrow, H2CO3. And this carbonic acid dissolves to release hydrogen ions. H2CO3, little arrow, H plus ion plus HCO3 negative. And the hydrogen ions lower the pH and make the blood a lot more acidic. And proteins in the blood act as buffers to resist the change in pH. But if the change in pH is small, then the extra hydrogen ions are detected by the respiratory centre in the medulla oblongata of the brain. And this causes an increase in breathing rate to help remove excess carbon dioxide. So let's go through that all again. Basically, carbon dioxide dissolves in blood plasma. Once dissolved, it combines with water to produce carbonic acid, which then dissociates, sorry if I said dissolves before, I said it twice, carbonic acid dissociates to release hydrogen ions. These lower the pH and make the blood more acidic. Proteins in the blood then act as buffers to resist the change in pH. If the change in pH is small, then extra hydrogen ions are detected by the respiratory centre in the medulla oblongata of the brain. This can cause an increase in breathing rate to help remove the excess carbon dioxide. But if the blood pH drops below 7.35, it results in slowed or difficult breathing, headaches, drowsiness, restlessness, tremor or confusion. There also may be a rapid heart rate and changes in blood pressure. This is respiratory acidosis. It can be caused by diseases or conditions that affect the lungs themselves, such as emphysema, chronic bronchitis, asthma or severe pneumonia. And blockage of the airway due to swelling, a foreign object or vomit can also induce respiratory acidosis. Yep, so should we go over that bit again? Yeah, let's go over that bit again. So we've gone over the first bit, but remember, if the blood drops below 7.35, it results in respiratory acidosis. It can be caused by disease or conditions like emphysema, chronic bronchitis, and it can also be due to blockage of the airway due to swelling, foreign object or vomit, and that can also induce respiratory acidosis. Great. But so we've done carbon dioxide. Can you remember the question we asked? The question was, why must these substances be removed? So now we know why carbon dioxide must be removed. Remember, excess carbon dioxide is toxic to the body. So now let's look at the nitrogenous compounds. Basically, the body can't store proteins or amino acids, but amino acids contain almost as much energy as carbohydrates. Therefore, it would be really wasteful to simply excrete excess amino acids, because they do contain as much energy almost as carbohydrates. So instead, they're transported to the liver, and the potentially toxic amino group is removed, deamination. And the the key definition for deamination? Deamination is the removal of the amine group from an amino acid to produce ammonia. So let's see. The amino group initially forms the very soluble and highly toxic compound ammonia. This is converted to a less soluble and less toxic compound called urea, which can be transported to the kidneys for excretion. Okay, and it's converted to urea because obviously they just said ammonia is really highly toxic. You don't want that all in you. So it's converted to a urea, which is a lot less toxic, and it's also less soluble. The remaining keto acid can be used directly in respiration, and this helps to releases energy, or it can be converted to a carbohydrate or fat for storage. So basically, deamination is amino acid plus oxygen goes to keto acid plus ammonia. Ammonia is really bad. Let's find something that's ammonia. Let's have some Vaseline ammonia. This is ammonia. We don't like ammonia. So, but with that means we want urea. So to turn this into urea, we get ammonia plus some carbon dioxide. See, two little bad guys. And this turns into urea and water. So ammonia plus carbon dioxide is turned into urea and water. So that's great. We've gone over everything that we need to do in this spread, and we've done it just over 10 minutes. That's pretty good, I think. So what have we done today? We have defined the term excretion, and we've also explained the importance of removing metabolic wastes from the body, including carbon dioxide and nitrogenous wastes. If you are still stuck, go over this video again, look in your A-level textbook, stuff like that, and if you want some questions to do, if you want to just test yourself, explain the difference between excretion and digestion. This is right at the beginning of the video, and it's something that's really important, because if you get that wrong, the examiners will just be like, oh, they haven't even bothered listening. That's a really important point you need to get right. You could also explain what causes respiratory acidosis. We went over that a few times. And oh, this is a good one. Explain why fish can excrete ammonia, but mammals must convert it to urea through excretion. That's a trickier one. So go over that. And good luck with learning all about excretion, and good luck with your A2 biology test. Oh, and also, if you want to go over the production and transport of carbon dioxide, it's in the OCR biology textbook, spread 1.2.12. So good luck. Bye.